Really interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, really interesting how he considered the fold so heavily because people just under bluff in these $400 tournaments. It's really, really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, what are his bluffs? You know, like if we really think about it, like sure, ace high, like ace high has some showdown value if you had ace five, and when he raises the turn with maybe some backdoor diamond draw or something like that, he actually gets called. And on this kind of board, like what hands do you have that you're folding?
And it's gonna have some misdraws and things too. So I think calling is the only option myself. Let's see if Boogaloo got away from it. Ooh, call is 6.
So this is close between call.
Really interesting. So call is 6, raise is 7,500 is 10 points. And I'm going to say he said that because this is a very bad player. And so he thinks the very bad player is going to stack off here with worse queens a lot. I'm going to guarantee that's what he's going to say. Very interesting, though. I thought call for sure was the right answer. I never am in this spot. I don't know. Interesting spot, too. I think this is a little bit of a lesson for everyone out there, too. A lot of times, the hands we want to float with, like this one, are better as raises. So this kind of falls in that category.
Yeah, and he was kind of an echo chamber for us there, saying, you know, we just get better hands to call and worse to fold.
Yep.
Like he's going to have some gut shots in his range. He's going to have spade draws. He's going to have king X. And we kind of, I mean, we kind of identify kind of what cards are going to be bad for us on future streets, and we're aware how to proceed on those cards.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's a very good point, man. You right.
That was the best. You didn't say anything. You won. Just straight up.
You won. I'm just spewing.
All right, so ooh, look at this. You're not opening this. You just looked at this. You're not opening.
Button cut off, hijack, low jack, under the gun one. You are right.
Come on now. Okay. I am. So let's see if he.
He's got to open it, or there wouldn't be a hand.
It would
I'm
be a
already
quiz.
down on points.
You're already down on points in real life. Now, obviously, you're gonna cheat, but
I'm gonna evolve.
you're gonna adapt, right?
All right, let's play it.
I'm going to cry if he says he's folding here. Like, if he's like, yeah, you should be folding this in this kind of tournament, and you were actually right. All right, cool.
Wah, wah.
Like a spot where we have
Ah!
standard,
Yes.
and the reason is because queen.
I just want to say for the record that this is the best 3-point score I've ever gotten in my life. Because the right answer was fold.
Right? But you heard what he said about the tables. This is a 3K.
Here comes the excuses. 10
The
points
excuses
fold.
to
It says
open,
right
if your
here.
table is particularly tight and weak, welcome to the $5 2K world. I mean, the $11 10K. I'm opening this, yeah, for sure.
This is the best 3 points of my life.
That's hilarious. And everybody's 50.
Nailed it. What the hell kind of play is that from King Queen? Who does that?
Who the hell? Yeah, so my dog.
Jonathan Little's an absolute crusher, so it's nice to have him.
Yeah, I agree, and I
He's
always
just
love
coaching.
playing right after sessions like this because I feel like my brain's warmed up. I'm thinking through things, and so it's a good way to start your session for sure.
But, all right, guys, this is it.
What's up, Mike? You want to give a gist? He was saying Narco Cop was playing about depipping about 28% of hands. He had been very aggressive in this $10 buy-in, and here are the options to fold, to call, to raise to 1,200, raise to... What? Wait a minute, he made it 800, and my man's giving options to 12 and 1,400 So it's already getting kind of spicy. That's so nasty. To be on the site with these other crushers, well-known poker public figures is pretty exciting, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I didn't mention that when I was kind of giving a little intro here too. Assassinato, Matt Affleck, John Little, all coaches on the site, so very highly respectable, quality poker content.
Yep, Evan Jarvis as well. Remember Evan Jarvis, Matt Affleck, Assassinato, John Little.
Yeah, so I guess that just makes sense. He just have the ace of clubs in his hand. That's interesting, though. I
How
thought
many
that was
points you got?
interesting.
You didn't do that bad. 45.
I like how you just pat me on the back. You didn't do that bad. Well, yeah, good job, buddy. Like,
The back.
I remember I got the higher score in the first one. So, we're 1 for 1, buddy.
I just want to know.
Calling, guys. Let's see if we're good.
Similar situation. That's pre-flop? I think pre.
All right, guys, we're checking, I guess. Oh, for fuck's sake.
When you're facing a min raise or just a touch more than a min raise, and there's an ante in play, which is going to be the case in most tournaments, I think, going forward, you want to defend pretty wide. If your opponent's making a 2.
All right, cool. You're going 1,400.
I'm going 1,400, guys.
I'm gonna go call with the arm and just see what happens.
All right, and
I would fold in game though, for the record, in case that's for winning it.
You won. You win. I have to concede. You win.
14K.
14K, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Well, no, we cannot win. This is a pretty rough spot because damn it.
Mm-hmm. Where do you gonna get my chat? They like naughty things. They like just beer, alcohol,
All right, let's do I can do a $10 ACR giveaway.
$10 ACR giveaway courtesy of my man Toe. For me beating that ass heads up in this. Sorry. No, I'm kidding. We'll do this. We'll have to do it at least once a week, man. And then we'll do it every week a couple times.
So it's a tie.
I guess we got to give out $10 to each other's communities. We'll just do our own $10 free roll for each. Or does that sound fair?
Yes. Do you know what this means?
You win. I give his chat $10. Take it. You
So that's
filthy
cool because we have
animal.
2 ties and then a win from you and a win from me. This is like the epic battle. It's perfect. It's great.
Yeah, we're even Stevens.
This is awesome.
Take it.
I love it.
You know.
Stop. We got a giveaway going. Let's run the giveaway for the $10 ACR winner. Closing the giveaway. Drawing the winner. My man Sebs are getting the $10 ACR giveaway for this one. Six is
What's
went
up,
live, so
everybody?
here we are. You guys get it. Exclamation point PC in the chat is basically what the ad was saying. Welcome to the Poker Coaching Study Session stream, where we are going to take this pokercoaching.com content and get better together. Jonathan Little's coaching site here with a lot of amazing coaches, including my man here, Crazy Sixes, myself, Evan Jarvis, Matt Affleck, James Romero. We always go through the list. Tristan Wade, Faraz Jaka, Alexa Gavin, Jonathan. The list goes on and on and on and on. So make sure you check that out. Exclamation point PC in my chat. Exclamation point PC in Six's chat. And you can get a link to go for free and get 20 quizzes, big blind charts for 100 blinds or more, a few homeworks, and all that good stuff. And if you sign up for the premium stuff, they have weekly webinars, multiple webinars a week. Matt Affleck does one every Wednesday. That's amazing. Staking
And now
opportunities.
they're doing the live play stuff.
Yeah. Oh, live play stuff. Yeah, they're doing live streams. I was hanging out with Matt yesterday. They do private live streams on a delay. So if you're a premium, member, you can go check that out and watch them stream, ask them questions, and watch them play live. Yesterday was Matt Affleck's first stream ever. And it was interesting. He had chat die on him. And I was like, yeah, you just got to keep talking. And then he had a mute fail. So he's been initiated.
Yep.
And then I warned him. I said the worst thing ever is when you're playing like 20 tables or whatever, and then only thing you have left is one table. It's at your smallest buy-in, and you have 100 bigs ready to go, be entertaining. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. Yep.
So
That's the worst.
He got a
Yep.
taste of all of it.
He's initiated for sure. That is a
He's
brew.
for real.
All in
Camera
one
went
stream.
fuzzy.
That's funny.
I have a thinking camera that sometimes thinks too much
Oh,
and goes
yeah.
fuzzy. Anyways, yeah, so here we are. Good morning. Fuzzy Cable Guy, Hold'em Nuts. I got all sorts of savages out here. We're going to do this like we always do, right? We're going to have you guys battle it out for $5 a quiz.
Also, we want to introduce our special guest today, Brian Penny6, the man. I haven't had a chance to watch him play a lot, but I do know I have friends that play with him at the cash tables, and they say he's really good, and he's up 10 buy-ins off of some of them. So he's out there crushing the game. He's a super strong player. So, yeah, you want to introduce yourself, tell everybody a little bit about your background, what you do, plug anything that you got.
Oh yeah, thanks guys for having me on. Again, my name is Brian Mancilla. I moved out to Vegas 8 years ago with two friends to kind of try the online poker out, and yeah, I've been doing it since. I really enjoy it, and I'm happy to be here.
Did you come from California?
Yeah, I came from SoCal, like the Inland Empire.
Oh, I'm born and raised in Hollywood. That's why.
Oh, really? Wow.
That's why I asked. I moved here about 6 years ago myself.
Nice.
Cool.
For poker as well?
No, for no state income tax, and LA is expensive as fuck. I make a good ass living and realized if I ever want to retire at any point ever in my life, LA is not the place to do it.
Yeah, it definitely will be tough.
So here we are, and it was the best thing ever. I have no debt and still no state income tax, and life is good. And then there's poker too.
Yeah.
How are you feeling? Like, I know that like right now is like summer camp for us, right? It's the funnest part of the year. All our friends come into town. There's parties everywhere, and we got none of that right now.
Yeah, no, none of that right now, unfortunately.
It's kind of sad.
You know, I think I'm somewhat built for the online grind for the summer.
I mean, I think for us online grinders too, like quarantine, as terrible as it is, has been the best thing ever.
Right.
It was
Yeah.
a second
It's
poker boom, right?
Right. Yeah. Like some people can't handle being inside. I'm like, oh, it's just a normal day.
This is great. Like I don't actually have to go to work, and I can just sit home and do this. This is great.
Yeah.
This is great. This is usually when I bump into you at some barbecue somewhere too, Brian.
Yeah. It's Uncle Tony's. Yeah.
Cool. Killer Bird, man, thank you for the 100 bits, brother. Thank you. I appreciate that, man.
What stakes do you generally play for the viewers? What cash stakes? I know you float around at 500 no limit, maybe plus.
Yeah. So online I do 2.5 higher to 25.50. Like I've done that like once or twice on WSOP.com.
Okay.
For live when it was a thing, and the time I rarely played live. I'm always online, like 90% online, like 10% live throughout the year, and then I'll jump up to 20, 40, 80 NL live.
Big game. Yeah. Okay. Nice.
He's a man after our own heart. Sixes. He doesn't leave the house.
Yeah. I know. Don't leave the house. Just grinds massive.
That's why I told you I only see him during the summer at these barbecues, because otherwise he's playing online just like me. We don't leave the house.
Yeah. Don't leave the house. No need, right?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Awesome. J-Set from Inland Empire. What's up, buddy? Bruce in the house. What's up?
What's up, Donna?
Jeff says, "Oh, I miss Uncle Tony. He should be out there right now." Yeah, man. And he lives right up the street from me too. Although I think I'm going over to Summerlin.
Oh, did you? Yeah, okay. We went to Tony's last.
I live like 3 blocks from Tony.
Oh, really? And then you're moving out to Summerlin?
No, I think I'm going up to Summerlin. Yeah, August 1st.
Oh, nice.
We're starting to look right now. So.
Okay, cool. That's closer to where I'm at.
Yeah, no, I want a pool. We had a pool, now we didn't have a pool, and now it's summer, and I realized I want a goddamn pool. This is Vegas. It's like 110 out right now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, guys. You want to pick a quiz and hit this buddy up? Exclamation point.
We got to do the
poker
giveaway
coaching in the chat, guys, for you to be our lucky contestant to battle out for. I want to make sure I'm on my channel and not global from last night. Yes.
Yeah, I just did that as well.
For exclamation point poker coaching to get in there and battle it out I think because we got Penny here, we should kind of focus on some cash game quizzes. Sixes, what do you think?
Yeah, that'd be fun. I mean,
We don't touch
we're both
those
gonna
normally.
be. Yeah, we have so many to get through, so it would be very good to pick, a good cash game grinders brain in a lot of these spots, since we're kind of just like
Tournament specials.
doing what we don't know what's we don't know what's optimal. I mean, I'm decent at cash, but I wouldn't say I'm like a crusher by any means.
John says, we don't need a pool. There's a river like a quarter mile from my house, and it's always cold. Yeah, right now, I'm not kidding. It's like 100 degrees outside, and it's 9:30 in the morning. It's crazy.
Another thing I know Brian mentioned, I don't know if you're taking any students, but he does do some cash game coaching.
Yes.
So you will be able to reach out to him. I'll throw his link, his Twitter link, and maybe DM him, follow him, give him the follow, DM if you're interested in some coaching, and maybe you guys will be able to set something up.
There you go.
Yeah, definitely.
Have your people call our people. We'll make it happen.
That's good.
All right, exclamation point poker coaching in the chat to get in the heads up battle versus the Toe Army. $5 holla. We'll do this a couple times, give you guys a chance to chat pro, get in there, don't be shy.
I think we're tied too. I think the Toe Army won the first one, and Sixes Mafia took us in the second one too. It's the never-ending battle between you and I. It's always tied.
It's always even. It's so funny. It's awesome. Dunner says, actually playing some Blitz Cash right now, trying to hit my deposit reward. Hey, man, I ain't mad at you. Get there. We got a lot of people entering. We'll give it another minute or two. Let's go pick a quiz in the meantime.
Sure. Exclamation point poker coaching in the chat for those of you guys just rolling in. And we'll have you guys compete against each other for $5. The way it'll work, too, we haven't really explained that, is we'll have two people compete. Those guys will tell us what they will do, and no matter what, that's what we're going to pick on the quiz. We'll ask the audience what they would do. We'll say what we would do, and then we'll see what the coach of the hour would do. And try and get better. Win some money.
Yep.
Cool.
Perfect.
Pick a quiz. Which one do you want to do, my man?
Oh, good.
No, you go ahead, buddy. Yeah.
No, I wasn't sure if he was talking to me. You go ahead.
No, we want you. No, go ahead, pick one. If you
spoke up,
see
now you're
one
in trouble,
coach or hand, I know he spoke up. Now you got to pick one. But yeah, there's some good stuff here.
The description, is that what I'm picking?
Yeah, you pick whichever one looks interesting to you, and then let us know what number it is, and we'll jump in and we'll watch it.
Yeah, sure. Let's do the 904.
Perfect.
5, 10, Queen, 3 of hearts. I like it. It's some just raggedy ass hands. 5,
Oh,
10,
guys,
let's
don't
do
forget,
it.
you got to be following this channel, and you got to be following Crazy Sixes. I'm going to put his link in there in case you guys don't know. Crazy Sixes. Bang. Follow us both so you can then get the giveaways. There you go. One
Yep, must be following
easy,
both
free
channels.
requirement. All right, cool. I got like 20 people waiting to draw a winner. You ready?
All right, yeah, let's do it.
All right, winner for the Toe Army is Fuzzy Cable Guy Regular.
Haha. The young fresh in mind. Let's
All
go.
right, Fuzzy Cable Guy, let me know you're here. Dr. Slim, thank you for the follow.
Let's go.
Capo, thank you for the follow. Monkers, thank you for the follow.
Mike, Fuzzy, and Doctor, thank you guys for the follow. Who won on your side?
Fuzzy Cable Guy. I'm waiting for him
And
to
we got
speak up.
Fresh.
I know he should be here. He's generally
Oh
here.
my dude.
Tell me you're here, Fuzzy.
Represent my dude. Let's do it. Monkers, Fuzzy Cable Guy, thank you guys for those follows, man. We appreciate the support and we love doing this. But yeah, let's get into it. We got Fresh Matt about their represent out there.
Ah, there he is. I got Fuzzy Cable Guy. All right, cool. I'm ready to go.
Yep, you guys can keep entering poker coaching. Even for the next one, I think we'll run it with same runners and everything. Give everybody an opportunity. But yep, 904. I'm ready.
Cool. One more from Biloxi to Vegas. Thank you for the follow. All right, click play and ready to go.
Boom.
Poker coaching community, hello. Tristan Wade here, bringing you another poker quiz. This hand comes from 510 No Limit Hold'em. Action folds around to me on the button, and I raise to 30 with Queen 3 of Hearts. And the big blind calls. The flop comes King, Queen, Jack, and the big blind decides to lead into me. Betting 25. What do you think we should do here? Should we fold? Should we call? Or should we raise to 100?
I was kind of typing. He donk led into us, right?
He dunked for
Yeah,
what,
cool.
yeah, third pot or something.
All right, guys,
Little
open the button with
more.
Queen 3 of hearts, and homeboy just leads into us on a wet ass board. $25. What's the plan? D-Trip, thank you for the sub, buddy. He and I were battling it out together. He tried to bluff the toe yesterday at the tables. You believe that? I remember. I knew that was you, D-Trip. Cool. What would you guys do? Fuzzy Cable Guy is saying raise to 100. So that's our man of the hour.
Your man's raising to 100. We got Fresh Matt easy calling here. He just is calling. Yeah, feel free to speak up on why you're making your action. If see if we have sound reasoning. I'm seeing a bunch of calls in my chat. And, maybe
Jelly,
like
Munker, Julius, Jeff Jam, Gil, all calling. Mike Mercy and Tom Price raising. Jellyfish running for his life.
Just folding.
Just fold.
Yeah, I haven't seen a fold. Raise terrible kicker from Tom Price, and Fresh Matt says I'm raising.
Ginger calling.
Someone dunking into me can just lead to a lot of trouble on a wet board. Okay. What do you like here? Me personally, no, it's cool. Personally, I know this board kind of hits our range when he leads here. It feels like he's just doing it to kind of realize some equity, maybe with the 10, some spade draws, a weak king or something like that. So I can see raising being viable. I would probably call to see how he reacts on some turns. It's not like if he has a 10x or anything, we're going to make him fold that equity. He probably, I don't just see him dunking out and us making it 100 and him folding too much of his range. But it would give us initiative to just bet future streets and make him fold then. So I'm kind of torn on raising and just calling, but probably just call in the moment a lot. What are you thinking here, Brian?
I would tend to lead that this is kind of just an easy, just call. There's really no need to raise. We have a lot of backdoor equity. We don't want to get re-rate or 4-bet here. We're in position and we have a lot of backdoor equity. And the fact that he's talking on this board that really hits our range, like we have all the sets. There could be. Right? Yeah, he could be 3-betting his ace-10 suited, his 10-9 suited, or he's from small blind. Yeah, I'd probably be 3-betting those. So I think a call here is fine, especially when this really hits our range. This is one of our worst hands on this board.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Like, this is one of our, we got to continue. Would you continue if there wasn't a heart?
So the only hand we can have is Queen 3 of diamonds and then Queen Deuce of diamonds. I'd still continue. Yeah. Again, like this hits our range more than it hits his.
Sure.
So he could just have like Ace X of spades, 10x of spades. Probably depending on his sizing, whether I'll call the flop. It's close if I don't have the heart here.
Sure.
But I lean towards a call here.
Yeah, because this does feel like blockery, right? So generally,
exactly,
it kind of feels like weak king or something, just trying not to get punished on turn and river. Or flop turn,
yeah, it's really hard to have a small blinds range here, like maybe like the king jack, king 10 offsuit without 3-betting. The player dependent as well.
Sure.
Oh, it's saying unknown. Okay, yeah. So I think the lean towards definitely a call here most of the time.
Totally agree.
Agreed.
JC, my second follow. You guys are storming
B
in.
Million. Thank you for the 31 months, my dude.
Oh,
the founder of this bitch. Yeah, he's the first, my dude. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you, man. Cheers.
That's like all of the time.
Yeah, I've been streaming for 31 months. That's it. That's my man.
That's amazing.
All right,
we're raising. And your dude said he was calling? Wouldn't
my
you
dude said he
hands
was
like King,
easy
Queen,
call.
Ace 10, and King Jack? I think some of those he would, Jeff. I think it depends on the player a little bit. People like the flat too, some of those hands. I definitely think he would 3-bet like Ace King, Ace Queen. Probably Ace Jack.
Yep.
So yeah, but King Queen maybe. King Jack maybe. It's kind of hard to tell. All right, you're calling, I'm raising, yeah?
Yeah, we're calling.
All right, here we go, guys. Here we go.
This is a spot where our hand's too strong to fold, our hand's too weak to raise. We can only call. This is a pretty good hand to have in our calling range. We have middle pair. We have some backdoor draws with hearts. And, this person doesn't necessarily have to have a strong range, for betting the flop. Sure, we could see someone lead top pair here. We could see someone lead 2 pair here. We can see a lot of draws lead. Maybe some like Jack 10 might even lead randomly. Not that I think that would be a good play, but there can just be some weird lines taken with a lead. So we're just going to call, float, and see what happens. Now when the person bets twice and bets half pot, I think we have a decision. We've hit 2 pair. So what are we going to do now? Should we fold, should we call, or should we raise to 175?
Interesting.
Here we go, guys. Here we go.
What do we like here? Are we
DJ,
raising?
The resident team toe cash game player all over this hand. Says strong hand shouldn't donk. Agreed. They probably check raise too, huh? Yeah. Here we go. 2 pair now. Are we raising this? We calling? Or are you super did folding? What's going on out here, guys? Still a call for J-Set. Kept calling. John calling.
It just feels so unlikely.
It's still in the raise category.
Raise for value from a Tim Biloxi says 175 for protection, in my opinion. Station favorite. Call in position. Villain has a made hand.
D-Trip, the only cash game player on Team Toe, says raise 175. Interesting.
D-Trip.
Wisco says, Nick call because I'm a coward. Cap is calling. I don't see Fuzzy. Fuzzy, where you out there, buddy? Oh, no, you said raise. You did say raise. I remember. I saw it. Did your guy say what he's going to do?
Yeah, Fresh Matt is going 175. He says he's leaning towards 175. If he has King 10, Queen 10, Jack 10, I want him to pay for his draws. And we can, we can essentially get value from worse hands by raising. And our hand could use some protection.
This is interesting because, again, I'm a little out of my element because I play like maybe 10 cash game hands a year. And that's only because I'm yelling at Justin. He made me do it. So I find myself calling here. We could still be behind. And I'm not quite sure where I'm at. My hand's kind of too good to fold and too good to raise. I find myself calling here a lot. What do you think?
Oh, personally, go ahead.
Okay. No, I wasn't sure.
I'm not a cash game expert. I would probably just be raising here. I would expect him to, with his 9-10s, his ace 10. If he didn't 3-bet it pre, I wouldn't expect him to really lead there. And then if he does have like King, Queen, King, Jack, I would just expect him to use bigger sizings in those spots. And then since we're going to be betting range on this board, I would expect him to just be check raising some of the time. So it still feels like he has some marginal made hand or some draw, some combo draws or something like that. So I think I can get value here and then reevaluate river and decide if I want to bet again or just get my value on the turn for 2 streets and then just showdown, expecting not to get called by 1 pair. So.
And you think hands like 2 pair don't necessarily lead out here? They'd be more likely to check call or check raise?
No, check raise. I just
King,
think
Queen,
it's
or a King, Jack.
Yeah, I just think those hands are. I don't know unknown villain. We don't know if he's just got Queen, Jack, and just leads it twice. But I would expect maybe more of his range to be, still some King X. He has a ton of King X in his defending range. He just leads twice, thinking it's betting for protection and value itself, kind of blocking. So those kind of hands, some 10X. Jack 10 could still be in his range, like Tristan said. Queen 10, stuff like that. So, yeah, I would tend to raise, expecting him to just be able to just call and not come back over the top too often. What are you thinking here, Brian?
I completely agree with exactly what you just said. We want to raise here to deny his equities. He's betting 25, or he's betting 50 into 115. We might be giving him good odds if we just call here. If he has 7-6 suited, all the suited connectors in this situation. So I'd be raising here 175, probably a little lower, like 150, 125, around that area. But I think I'd be raising here most of the time.
There you go.
Yeah,
Don't be a fucking
100% agree.
John says, what continues? Queen 10, Jack 10, King 10, all those definitely continue with a raise with the pair and the combo draw. There, John. So I think those actually do continue. Cool. My guy said he was raising too. D-Chip, Team Toe, cash game player is raising. You guys are raising. I suck at cash games. This is why I play tournaments. So we're raising.
All right, let's do it.
If you picked raise to 175, you're absolutely correct.
Bang.
Sure, our hand's not that strong. We have kind of a weak 2-pair. And there's a couple straights out there, and 9-10 and ace-10. But would the big blind really lead the flop and the turn with a straight? Probably not. They probably would go for a check raise. Would they lead the flop with 2-pair? Maybe. Maybe a hand like Queen Jack or King Jack or something. So that's a little cause for concern. But more or less, I think there's a lot of King X that might lead the flop, or just some spade draws, or maybe some straight draws, or what have you. With all that said, Queen 3, 2-pair here is going to be strong enough to come for a raise. So I think raising to 175 is the absolute best play. We kind of want to protect our hand, get a little value. And if we get a good river card, we can continue to bet for value. So I think this is important to take control of the pot right now. And we get called, which, that's fine. We can see some spades in their calling range, some King X, like a King 10, a King 9, Jack X hands, what have you. So when the Jack lands on the river, that's not a good card for us. It counterfeits our 2-pair. We're now playing Queens and Jacks with a King. Our opponent checks. So with this river card, I want to know, how does that change what you were going to do? Obviously, if we got a safe river card, we're going to bet for value. But with this bad river card, what should we do? Should we check? Should we bet 125, which would be about quarter pot? Or should we bet 350?
Major Wager says, rep that Jack, son.
Rep
Cap,
that
since I'm
Jack,
playing online, I
son.
said a ton of nutted donk leads. I think those exist, but I think in my experience, the donk leads are more blocker bets and weak top pairs.
It's probably got to be
on average.
85, 50, 90, 10 between, from what I see,
blocker.
them being strong. Yeah.
All right, guys, what are you doing? What are you doing? Kept checking back. It is a gross river map. D-Chip says, now we pout. Fair enough. Fuzzy Cable Guy, man of the hour, is now in the check category.
Everybody is checking. Check back, drag the pot versus 7-10. Okay. Checking as well. I haven't seen a single raise. Anybody betting for value on your end, or turning their hand into a bluff, I should say? Since I don't know if we get called by too much worse.
Yeah, I mean, that's like one of the nut worst cards for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Bad spot to get check raised. Yep.
Put on
If
the
he
fire
has a
shades.
king, he probably is never folding. All right. Well, it sounds overwhelmingly like everybody's checking. Is that pretty fair? Are you leading here, Brian, ever? Are you turning your hand into a bluff?
No, I'm checking here. Hopefully,
Shit, so I just wanted
we
to
beat
wait.
the
Hold on,
suited
bro.
connectors.
You got to be crazy to bet here.
Yeah, there's.
Are we betting
Yeah,
for
I mean, the
value or
hand's
betting as a
over.
bluff? And if we're betting as a bluff, what's better that's folding? Nothing. What's worse that's calling? There is no worse. We're splitting with all queens. It's a wrap, guys.
Yeah.
It's a wrap.
It's all right. We're just snap checking here.
All right, let's do it.
So betting really doesn't accomplish much here, especially betting small. If we bet small, I don't think we can ever get called by a worse hand. We would maybe be chopping with some hands and then get called by better. If we bet big of 350, I think maybe we could get a king to fold. Maybe we could get a queen to fold as a chop. So if you're going to bet here, I prefer a bigger bet sizing, and I give a bet of 358 points because maybe you can get a king to fold and represent a jack yourself or what have you. But more or less, I think the best play here is to just check your hand. We can beat some spade combos. We can beat some other draws. We do have value. We didn't get a great river card. Our opponent can have some Jack X in their range. So I think there's really nothing else we can do here on the river but check. But I just wanted to showcase the betting to turn your hand into a bluff to target maybe this specific hand like King X. could be an option, but I don't think you need to take that option too frequently. So we do lose this hand to king high, but we were able to get a lot of money in on the turn with a pretty good spot.
Yep.
So hope you enjoyed this quiz, guys. Tristan Wade signing out.
Wait, signing out. You know what's cool about doing this cash game quiz is we get to fuck with some coaches that we don't generally get to hear from because Tristan doesn't do any tournaments, right?
Yeah, I had a chance to kick it with Tristan when I was in Vegas a couple months ago.
Nice guy.
Super nice guy, man. He's cool as hell.
Yeah.
Love that cat.
Cool. Weak ass king. Yep, we nailed it.
The freshest Matt with the W.
Shit king is pretty weird.
Hell yeah, my dude.
Yeah, it's probably not
good job, buddy. Way to represent.
He switched it, yeah?
Yeah, he switched it.
We goose egged the first
Bang,
one, so
bang,
you got us on that one.
What does Penny think about his flop lead? I mean, I'm sure he doesn't. I don't know. What do you think about Villain's flop lead?
I mean, I love it since we hit the turn.
Yeah.
But that's something that's not rarely going to happen. They tend to, I think you said earlier, like 90% of the times to be a check. The time people will donk is on lower boards that hits a little bit more of their range than ours. But on this board, that just really favors us. You're not going to get too many donk leads into us. Sure. So unfortunate river. But this is like one of those situations that will rarely happen, if ever again, where king deuce off leads. First of all, calls you're open from the button with king deuce off on a small blind. So
also called called the bet on the turn and then called the raise.
I think it's like
called the raise on the turn.
Yeah, calling pre-flop is really interesting from small blind. So
cool. Sixes Mafia gets one. All right, guys. Exclamation point poker coaching in the chat. Some of you guys are already in there, and if you're strolling in now, get in there. Exclamation point poker coaching, and you get to play for $5 on the next quiz. Ziggy Stardust, one of my favorite songs ever. Thank you for the follow. JCMS, thank you for the follow as well.
Hit me with that whisper, my dude, so I can get you set up. I'll ship you this 5 spot at some point, but hit me up. If you guys want to compete in this round, exclamation point poker coaching. We'll give it a minute or so while we're picking a quiz. But yeah, let's do it. More cash game quiz. This is fun.
Cool. I'll pick one. What about 9-10? Because Evan's pretty funny when he does his quizzes.
Oh yeah, this dude is hilarious. You know the player tags are
gonna be awesome.
What was it, Mrs. Fat Booty or something like that, or what was it? something crazy as hell. It's so funny. All right.
So 9-10 is the one. Playing a little 1-3. Penny and I live in
Everybody
Vegas.
in this bitch has played
1-3 action here.
Everybody that's played poker live has played 1-3. That's the beautiful part. Everybody's played 1-3 at some point.
Yeah.
Is it best for a newer player to fold the button with a 3 or a 2 since we aren't skilled yet? I think like queen 3 off, you should always be folding, but a suited queen, you should probably be opening most of the time from the button. Suited queen, right. Suited king, suited ace. Suited jack, I still open from the button, but yeah.
Button straddle.
All the offsuit ones, I would probably say, with the exception of maybe ace 2 off, probably folding the button.
All right, I'm ready to roll it.
Apple Bottom. That was the name of the
Apple Bottom. Something crazy.
I like yours. I like
so
Mrs.
funny.
Fat Booty way better though.
I thought it was something. It was something crazy like that, but it was Apple Bottom. That's what it is.
That's funny. All right. Let's start. Let's draw a winner.
All right, let's go.
Next winner for the Toe Army is.
Oh.
You in trouble.
Who you got?
We got D-Trip. The only cash game player on Team Toe. He's representing.
B. Millie invented the cash game.
Oh,
you know, my dude is old school, just crusher. Live cash game crusher. B. Millie, my first sub, the guy that got me into streaming. Is here
all
today.
right, we're pumping you guys up. So, D, don't fucking fail me. I'm fired. All right, cool. Let's do this.
All right, 9-10.
Hello, everyone.
1, 2, 3.
You ready?
Yep.
Cool.
Hello, everyone. Evan Jarvis here for PokerCoaching.com. Today we are going to be reviewing a 1-3 no-limit hold'em hand, cash game hand that I played at Casino Niagara. In this spot, we don't have a ton of reads. We're playing 8-handed at this point. And early position opens to 15, which is a slightly larger raise size for the game. Most players are going with 10, so 15 looks a little bit stronger than usual. We're 2 seats over to act. We're in the hijack with king queen offsuit. What should you do? Should you fold, call, 3-bet to 35, or 3-bet to 60?
All right, here we go. Jeff says, played 1-2 with Penny at Caesar on his last day in Vegas. Had a blast. Awesome.
I remember that. It was fun.
Oh shit! All right, well, we got some raising going on already. Just fearless B Millie coming out, just guns blazing.
D-Chip, what you got, buddy?
Going 60 here, just
Mendo.
bang.
Everyone 3-betting right now.
Whoa!
In the chat.
The Toe Army's always
D-Chip's just calling.
Okay. Well, B Millie's going 60, so.
Okay, so already controversy. I got 1, 2, 2.
I can confirm he would do this in real life.
60 and a truckload of calls. Matt, Rad Dad, Tina, good morning.
Confirm doing this shit in real life. It's so
Dreamin'
funny,
says,
man.
although it's a big raise on paper, it's standard live, and I'll probably in real life call. Prepare. Cap says call, large and average in early position. Call, it's a big raise, says Gil. Think about folding, though. Interesting. Julius calling. Deuterino says 35, 3-bet fold, better than call and fold to a squeeze. Fair enough. I got a lot of calls and a fair mix of raising up to 35s.
5x A, 5x property gestation here. We got a bunch of calls and the 3-bets at 60 because a few dollars can squeeze a small bet. Confirm viewer discretion. Do not do as B Mill does. Well, B Mill's going to 60.
T-Tip's just calling.
Smeep is calling. It's interesting. I don't play a lot of cash games, but I know we don't want a lot of calls in the cutoff type spot. I mean, we could still get squeezed by players behind. We don't know if we have reverse implied odds in these kind of situations. The players using unusual bet size. This is where maybe my inexperience comes in. I would be more prone to want to call maybe the button. Like we still have 2 guys behind and this guy's raise size. So I'm not sure, man.
Ooh, sounded like you were folding.
I mean, I'd rather squeeze than call, I think, but I'm not exactly sure, man. I'll be honest with you.
What do you think, Brian?
I would tend to. I think El Dorino put it in a way that I would agree with. As I 3-bet. I 3-bet to about 45 here. I usually do 3x in position. I think 3-betting, folding, calling in that order is the best way to go about in this situation.
Yeah, I mean, with King Queen off, I am always 3-better folding. With the 5x open, if I had just sat down, I might just fold and kind of try and figure out where the fuck I am in this hand. But if I'm playing it, I'm definitely 3-betting. And like you, I would probably be somewhere in the 45 to 50 range myself.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like the most. I'm just not a big fan of having calling here a lot. I mean, if we have, this is where game flow and us sitting at the table really helps us. Like I've said it 1-3 games where 15 is the standard. Sure. It just is. Like in 12 to 15 is just normal. So if that's normal here, this is a mandatory 3-bet, Sure. But if it's been $7, $8, $9 and then this guy had been making those raises and now going 15, could be maybe even folding a little bit more in those kind of spots, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I can see a fold as well. Just live, you just get so few hands compared to online that you're just like, I'll play it.
I got to get this one.
Jason says he used to live with Penny. He's seen you 3-bet this spot. He knows.
Oh, yeah.
King Queen suited, you flatting, Penny?
No, I tend to 3-bet against early EP opens as well. I just don't want to get squeezed, and I don't want to go multi-way into a pot, decrease my chances of winning it. So I 3-bet EP opens a lot with a lot of my hands. So if you go as low as pocket pairs, I 3-bet my entire range against EP opens.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Cool. I forgot what D-Chip said he was calling. Pretty sure.
Oh, B Mill's just going 60.
Right. All right, cool.
The
Let's
man,
do
the myth, the legend. Let's go 60.
This situation is going to be very opponent dependent.
Well,
But I think it's very important to highlight the importance of being careful with offsuit hands, especially facing early position ranges. If this is a tighter player who is opening ace jack plus, king queen plus, and then the suited broadways, king queen is pretty close to the bottom of that range. Yes, you're beating king queen suited, king jack suited, king 10 suited, queen jack suited, queen 10 suited, jack 10 suited. But those combinations don't make up anywhere near the size of the range that ace queen offsuit and ace king offsuit do. Kings, queens, aces as well. So this is a hand that when offsuit is tempting to play because it's king queen, but we learned from David Sklansky back in the day from the gap concept that it takes a much stronger hand to call a raise than it does to raise ourselves. So I think this hand is best to be folded. In terms of how to play it, if we do decide that this player is overly loose, it really depends how they respond to 3-bets and what their post-flop tendencies are. If this guy's just laggy, opens too wide of a range, and bets recklessly post-flop, you can just call, lay the trap, and if you flop top pair, just call down. Like Antonio said, the strategy was against Tom Dwan. You just hold on and hope that it's good. If, however, it's someone who is kind of passive post flop, that's still an option. Or if it's someone who is, on the tighter side, on the more risk averse and cautious side, I'll say 3-betting is a really good option, because even if he does have a hand like ace queen, ace king, he's just going to call the 3-bet and may check fold on the flop. You can also win the pot from medium pairs by making this play. We have blockers to ace king and ace queen, kings and queens, which increases the likelihood if he calls our 3-bet that he has a hand like jacks, 10s, or 9s against which we're flipping, and we have position for the rest of the hand. We could potentially do the small c-bet on the flop, check back, get a free river. So a lot of good things can happen by 3-betting this hand. Not as many good things can happen by calling this hand, but certainly no bad things can happen by folding this hand. So again, it's really opponent dependent how you want to play this hand, but I made this quiz to bring your awareness to the importance of playing cautiously versus early position raises. If we're button versus cutoff, this is obviously a slam dunk 3-bet or maybe a call depending on the player type, because we're dealing with a wide range in the cutoff that we're really crushing. But when facing an early position open, king queen offsuit just generally isn't doing that well and will often get you into troublesome spots post flop the same way that ace jack will. So hope you found this quiz helpful and learned a thing or two, and I hope you enjoyed it. This has been Evan Jarvis for pokercoaching.com, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.
We'll snuck a little one question one on us there.
What did you get for the call? We got a 6.
Oh, eat this.
Oh, let's go. He did it.
Eat this.
Let's go.
Little wood spot, especially with no read on the player. Like you guys said, if this was the average open, then I'm 3-betting this a ton. But without any information, I'm definitely folding. But kind of like what you said, I think you said you like raise, fold, call, right in that order, Brian?
Yeah,
So
yeah, I
it's
do.
like-
And in this situation in live, I'm 3-betting about 90% of the time.
Is it even more
There's
so
that-
at 1-3? Does that change anyway as you move up? You're playing up at like 10-20?
At 10-20, again, it depends who the player is.
Sure.
If I'm classifying him as a fish and he has a 5x open, I'm 3-betting. But only 100 bigs deep. Yeah, I still 3-bet in live. Online, a little different. You get to see a lot more hands, so you can be a little more patient. I would just I use a random number generator whenever I have tough decisions, something like this, and then I'll assign a certain value whenever the number hits. I'll do whatever it says.
Sure. Jet says that if it's Red Rock, easy fold. Those seniors always have the nuts when they 5x. That's funny. Learn that Jarvis is a nit. That's funny too. Jay Hawker, thank you for the follow. That is funny. Cool. We have to do a rewind, so I have to rerun it because I screwed up and
That's cool.
refresh my page. So everybody, exclamation point poker coaching in the chat, and you get to compete for $5.
Yep, B-Mill won, but he's going to donate that back. So the next person who wins a giveaway from the Mafia will get $10.
Whoa.
So even more, a little bit more incentive to compete.
Jason said he's 53. So does that mean that you relate to those seniors at Red Rock, Jay said, or you have a little more insight?
Oh, he does. He relates to them.
Yeah. I'm kind of that weird in between. I'm not young, but I'm not old either. I'm 42. You're a little bit ahead of me, Jay said. Here come the
Thank you for that follow, Jay said. I just seen that. All right. If you guys want to compete in the next quiz, explanation point, poker coaching, if you see your name here real quick, you're already in, entered. If not, get in there. Must be following Toe's channel, must be following my channel to compete. And yeah, we'll give that a minute while we go ahead and pick another quiz. You said it's my turn?
It is your turn.
Let's go. All right, cool. Letting this shit load. Uh-oh. All right, there we go. Sheesh. All right. Let's go. Matt Affleck always has some pretty good quizzes. Tristan Way with Ace Deuce. Let's go with go ahead, I'm sorry.
I just want to say I battled with Matt Affleck on WSOP.com a few times.
Yeah, he works hard as hell in his game. He competes very hard, man. He's very good.
Yeah, fortunate to be friends with him. He's good. And the guy works on his game so hard all the time.
Yeah. Let's do you know what? Let's mess around with this 6-4 hearts. $1 online 6 max cash.
What number was that?
901.
Oh, you scrolled down on me a little bit. Cool.
Yeah, a little
with
bit.
Matt. Cool.
All right.
Yeah, the cool thing about Matt too is not only is he a good player, but he's a great coach too. He explains himself really well. He makes it really entertaining and interactive.
Yeah.
For premium members, if you're missing out on, he does a webinar every Wednesday. If you're missing out on that webinar, you are missing out on a ton of good value. Holden Nut says, what is Penny's screen name on WSOP? It is Penny6. It's right there.
Yeah, I got to get his link and put it in. I'll just do it in the middle of the quiz.
All right,
So
got a
you
job
guys
for
can hit him
a winner. I'm good. I got 21 people in here looking for a spot. Ready to
Yep,
roll
if
it?
anybody's interested, just explanation point, poker coaching. Last second, we got a couple, and let's do it.
All right, cool.
Oh, well.
Colin Binkley for the Toe Army.
It is Mike Cash.
Whoa, you stole my Team Toe guy.
He's in the Mafia right now. He's in the Mafia today.
Traitor.
We got his ass, Seabass. Let's go, Mike Cash.
Julius, he did do a 5-hour broadcast. I was hanging out with him yesterday. It was really good. It was fun. He put a bunch of ACR stuff, and it was good. It was his first stream ever. They banned Mike Cash in my. All right, Colin Bigley, you out there, buddy? Let me know you're here, and then we'll roll this video. I think he was one of the winners from last week, too. He was.
All right. You ready? I'm ready whenever you are.
I'll play this, and Colin, let me know you're here, and if you're not, by the time this video ends, I'm going to redraw.
All right, let's do it.
All right, in today's hand, we have 6-4 hearts in the big blind, playing 1-2 no limit online 6 max. A good regular on the button makes it $5 on the button. Folds to us in the big blind. Should we fold, call, or re-raise to 25?
Easy peasy. Mr. Binkley, are you out there, brother? There he is. He's here. What's the plan, Binkley?
Mike Cash, what are we doing? I had you in the lab last night for like 4 hours. What are we doing here?
Bruce coming in with the call right away. Call for Gil, call for Jeff, call for Dreamin'.
We're seeing it's just that guy RJ is just calling from Nettie. Call.
Man, that's such a soothing voice.
Call.
Calming. He doesn't seem like the guy who has outbursts. You know what I mean? Seems like a pretty chill guy. And even if he's freaking out, it seems like he'd be like the kind that freaks out inside.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's just always chill and calm.
Yeah.
B Mill
I mean,
said,
we've
"I'm
all
scared to
seen
sit
him
around
when he
too."
lost that with aces in the main event, right? With super deep, like, I'd be screaming. He kept it in pretty good.
Yeah. 5x high stakes. You going 5? Oh, that's just
Tons of calls in here. I see a 3-bet from JSAT. I see a 3-bet from Machine Gun. I see a 3-bet from a Razor Fold from Tom Price. John 3-betting. Kept calling.
Yeah, my guys. Mike Cash is calling.
Mike Cash is calling. I think Binkley said call too. I'm scrolling up to look. Here.
Out of position, razor fold. Tom says.
And calling. Yeah.
Cool. What do you think here, Penny? Is this going to be in the 3-bet range?
This is not in my 3-bet range, but I could see it in a lot of people's. But I tend to just call here.
Yeah, I mean, how about a hand like 7-4 suited or something like that?
I still tend to call there. The hands I like 3-bet in this situation are like lower suited connectors, like 6-5, 7-6.
Oh, the better one. Yeah, it's just straight connectors, like
right. Yeah.
Gappers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's play better post flop for sure.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm only calling here as well. Maybe I would sometimes lose control of my body in 3-bet just to have it in my range, but yeah, I would probably lean on calling here as well. Somebody says folding like a baby. Yikes! Getting ran over. We're getting ran over. I think if we're folding this.
Yeah, good board coverage at this. It's a lot of straights and some flushes, right? I'm calling it always. Like I'm never 3-betting here myself.
Yeah.
I 3-bet a good amount. Marlon, did you unhit the follow button? Because it just showed that you followed me again, which is kind of crazy. We go way back, buddy. We're neighbors.
All right. Mike Cash called, and yeah, we're going to call here and see what happens.
Cool.
What's your dude doing?
He was calling.
All right, let's do it.
All right, come, let's do it.
Here, I think both re-raising and calling are viable options. Calling should be your predominant option here, but this is a hand that could definitely be mixed in. I think 6-5 of hearts is almost always going to be 3-bet. 6-4 of hearts, though, is just weak enough where we want to be calling and not 3-betting. It's kind of one of our fringe 3-bet hands, so both options are fine. Anything but fold, we do call. Never leading these flops into the button. We check, and the button bets 3.5. Should we fold, call, or raise to 15?
Interesting. Matt, kind of mirroring Penny there. 3-betting the 5-6. The stuff that's not gapped, flat the stuff that is.
Exactly. That's awesome. All right. What's up here now, chat? We're open-ended. 9-5-3 board.
And then raises just started streaming in there. Mendo, Radad. Radad put an exclamation point. He couldn't erase fast enough. Marlon, John, Tom. Oh, Tom just calling. Jay said
Thomas,
calling.
yeah, he's calling. 15 here. Peanuts going 15. Poker on my mind is calling. Okay.
Gil. Even Matt's raising. D-Chip raising. Everybody's raising. Dreamin's raising.
Steve.
I don't see Binkley.
Yep, I'm waiting for Mike Cash.
Savage Ginger is raising. Cap already knows what he's doing on Future Streets. Raise, fire, turn. Mad Dog raising. Calm is raising.
Melazar, thank you for that follow. Melazar.
Everybody raising, and then there was a couple of calls.
Oh, you're calling, buddy? All right.
Beats
15
is
for Mark.
Pump fake the fold, and then raise.
All right. Yeah, I'm still waiting for Mike Cash. There he is. Call to realize, he says.
Call to realize.
So Mike's calling.
Yeah, I find myself. I mean, this is a raise spot for me too. I got 6 high. This is a hard board for him to hit, and raising seems like a good idea. I think I'm raised to 15 myself.
Yeah, I think I would probably check raise here. Yeah, we're not. I mean, he can still have a lot of ace highs. Some hands with backdoors or 2-overs that will continue, but we have a lot of runouts that are going to be good for us. If it does turn to spade, we would check raise spade draw so we can credibly bet a spade on the turn. We do have 6 high. Calling and check raising turn could be reasonable on some runouts if he actually does bet, and just realizing some equity if he does check seems reasonable. But yeah, I think check raising. We don't rep a lot. Some of our 9X would want protection here, so it makes sense. We could have 2 pairs, so yeah, I think I would just check raise.
Penny in the same boat?
What do you think here, Brian?
I tend to lean towards just a call here. I like to stay balanced here and check raise different hands with some blockers. Like if I have a spade here, like I'm defending 6-7 offsuit here, and I would call all my 6-7s. But if I have a spade in one of those hands, I'd tend to check raise.
Okay.
And the reason why is it takes away some of their flush draws. So like if we check raise here and we get called, I mean we're drawing to 6 outs, and we're drawing to 8 outs, and we're hoping it's not a spade where we don't know if we're good or not.
True.
So in that way, I stay balanced, and I just call here, then check raise with, I guess, some blocker equity with the spade.
Would you check raise your flush draws?
With certain king high flush draws, I do. Maybe ace 4, ace 2 suited, I do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I tend to call most of my ace high flush draws.
And so that's where the balance comes in.
Yes, and I am 3-betting some of them pre, so I don't have too many of those in my situation, and that's where the king of spades comes in, or the king X of spades comes in.
I like it.
So yeah, in this situation, I would lean towards just a call.
Nice.
Cool.
I mean, that makes a lot of sense because we don't block any of the spade draws, and sure, we can represent those hands, but he's just going to have more of them since we're not blocking any of them. And he does continue to our check raise, which means he has those in his range.
Yeah.
Even a little bit more as well. And then I guess by calling, there's going to be a lot of good turns for our range as well. And some of his hands may not just be able to blindly just double barrel. And then we can just turn our hand into a bluff on some rivers. So yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Mike's calling, so are we.
Mike's calling too. That's
yeah. Mike said he was calling.
So this is the fork in the road.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
This is pretty much one of our best check raise combos, other than if we had 6-4 of diamonds or 6-4 of spades, or just a single spade or diamond in our hand would be better. But we can't be too picky here. We want to fold out hands like Jack 10, 10-8, Ace 6, Ace 4. Lots of hands that we can fold out that dominate us. Calling is obviously a fine option as well, but I think predominantly we should be check raising with this combination. We do make it 15. Our opponent calls, and the turn is the 4 clubs. Should we check, bet 16, bet 32, or bet 46?
Interesting. How many points was the call? I feel like it was like a 7.
The call was an 8.
Yeah, so really close, guys. Really, really close between calling and raising. Calling, definitely not a mistake. Absolutely not.
Thank you for that follow, Ransom. All right, what are we doing here? We've check raised. We've been called in a 4 of clubs. Now we have a pair, and we're still open-ended. We betting, checking, what size? What do you guys like?
All in purposes, cash is different. I always raise in tournaments, which I think is funny because I think in tournaments I am more likely to call because survival is more important in tournaments. Here, I'm fucking rich. I'll just reload. Easy. But yeah, so in the tournament we don't get that luxury, so I find that interesting. D-Chip going 32 now. Fuzzy Cable Guy going 16. John going 32. Check and raise him again if he bets the Bomb River. Marlon's got this.
Machine Gun Marlin.
32. Bruce 32. Gil 32.
Not checking.
Pot,
16
21.
too small.
Pot is 21 blinds, Mendo. It's $41.
Yeah, so we were $32 would be our turn bet.
Cap going 32.
Shout out to my 32 boys. What happened when we get re-raised to 64? Somebody says. I mean,
Bigley going 32. There's the man of the hour.
Mike Cash has not answered yet, but Station's Favorite says, not checking. 16 is too small considering his call on the turn. 46 is unnecessary. I'm going 32 for semi-bluff. Okay. Toe acting like he doesn't play re-entry tournaments. Keck W. Gunnar, you going 16, buddy? Okay.
I
Poker
think I
on my mind's
fired
plus
like
16.
6 bullets of that 60K yesterday and then bubbled it. You see, Irene won it. Shilling won it.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Lean 32.
I say
32. Binkley going 32, so the man of the hour knows what he's doing.
Yeah, Mike's going 32 as well.
Cool. Let's do it. Oh, we didn't ask what we were
what-
going to do. Shit. I think I would go 32 as well, myself.
Yeah, I think I'm going
I'm
to
gonna
continue
follow through.
firing.
If I check raise this, I'm definitely following through. I mean, do I think my 4's got showdown value? I think I'm still turning it a bluff. I don't think it's got very much showdown value. And I think it also needs a little bit of protection from those hands that are like ace 2. I guess only ace 2, right? Because ace 4 just got there.
Yeah. What are you thinking here on the turn, Brian?
Given how we played it, I mean, you could lean either way because your 4 might be good where you really don't want to go for value because, well, you don't know if you're good. I mean, the good thing is we have the 6 blockers. So we're blocking 6, 7, and we do have equity to turn. But sometimes our hands it's just good here where you could go with a check call. But if we're going to bet here, our plan then on the river is to represent the 6, 7 or the 6 deuce and fire the river on non-spades. So it's depending on what action you want to go about.
I'm just trying to figure out how much I'm setting up the pot for what size on the river.
We're getting some different. I've seen the 20. People are just saying their own bet sizings now. Cats are going 24, 28,
Oh, shit got off the
38.
rails.
Shit is all over the place. I mean, I'm just going to say probably 32. Yes, 46 if we're just going to just jam. But when he calls 46, what have we condensed his range to? You know? So I don't know. Maybe
I almost
just
feel like I would
32.
lose control and just bet 32 here. But I mean, when thinking about it, and as I was saying it and agreeing with Penny, like ace 4 gets there, ace deuce got there. What else calls the check raise? Spades, which probably calling. I mean, do we want to protect
Consensus
against?
must be over half pot.
I think Brian might have convinced me.
On the check?
Take my showdown value.
Shit. All right.
Because I
Aggro
feel like
Nation,
when
let's
I
back.
bet 32 here, I have a very specific play that I don't want to give a spoiler to on the river. I don't know if I like that or not.
This is kind of like why I lean to just calling the flop because there's just so many turns that just put you in tough situations.
Right.
And
Like this one.
I mean, you don't want to the way to win in poker is not to be in so many tough decisions. You always want to have the easy decision.
Agreed.
Yeah, so that's why I lean towards calling.
Especially in these lower stuff, like the 1-2 game, where like these guys generally, if you're doing your work and you're better than the field, which a 1-2 you should be, then like they're gonna give you their money in much easier spots,
just
right?
Wait for them to make mistakes, and I
think you
kinda heard
convinced
this-
me. I think I'm changing my answer.
I heard this saying in MTT poker: if you have a tough decision, like around the 50, 100 big blind range, like just fold. Like you shouldn't have those tough divisions.
We got hours to play left. It's true.
Yeah.
Easy spots.
Yeah.
Cool. I believe Binkley said he was going 32 because everyone.
So is Mike Cash.
He is going 32. But I got swayed. I'm checking. All right, let's do it.
32 Nation, let's go.
Ready? Did you already click it? Oh, he already clicked it.
So we make a pair here, so we have some showdown value, and I think people mistakenly check here. This card is just really good for our range. Most of our check raise range is going to be made up of straight draws and gutters below the 9, so hands like 7-6, ace deuce, ace 4, hands like 5-4 and 3-4 suited are going to check raise at some frequency. So we make a lot of really good hands for this, and it doesn't improve our opponent's range too much. So this is pretty much going to be a pure bet for us. I think the since we have such an equity advantage on this card, we can bet like the smaller size. Would bet 80%, $32. I think is a good bet here. You can overbet here, but we still want to bet with hands like 3s, 4s, 5-4, even a hand like ace 9. We want to keep betting with here, so I don't want to bet too large, and I don't want to uncap my range, so I prefer not to check very often here on this card. I'd be checking most cards 10 and above and betting most cards 8 and below. So I bet 32 here, and our opponent calls. The river is the deuce. Should we check? bet 35, bet 105, or go all in.
I mean, if you know the 2 is coming, set it up. Bet that shit.
What a river.
Who said Matt was nitty? No.
Yeah. Nitty Matt.
No.
You already know, cuz. Somebody said, B. Millie says.
He's going by dollars, Julius, not by big blinds. So 32 was dollars.
We have $148 behind 105 in the pot.
1-2 online is a lot harder.
Villain has
Absolutely.
148.
If you're playing 1-2 online, you're probably playing with some pretty okay players. If you're
I'm a
playing 1-2
greedy
live,
player.
there's still a lot of really bad players.
Oh.
80% is what that was, Julius. Turning 4 into semi-bluff, blah, blah, blah.
You got some greedy ass players out there. Everybody's just trying to be greedy.
I would say
win.
that 25 cent, 50 cent online is still better than 1-2 live. I'd say like.
Is it? Do you think that, Brian?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Definitely.
That's the cutoff, though, right there. 25 cent, 50 cent.
Yeah.
Okay.
After that, it's pretty shitty underneath that.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so let me get you up. D-Chip's jamming. Jam. D-Chip
Whoa.
needs it all. Stay balanced jam. Tank shove says dreaming. Oh, Matt going 35, going small for thin value. So betting half a stack. Tina's all in.
Yeah,
Monk.
Station's favor. Natty's going 35, and everybody else is jamming.
Who's that?
In the good
Cap
notation,
says,
Chesley's probably not
bet
calling
105. You have $148 left, so leaving a few bucks behind. Jam. Jam just narrows him to ace only. Binkley's going all in. So that's what the man of the hour is doing.
I like the jam is more exploitable, but good players is never calling with an A. I'm displaced. You don't think a good player would ever call with an ace here and just be able to fold, even when there's missed flush draw? I understand the shove, but I want more value.
D-Chip's throwing his keys, his watch, one of his kids on the table.
We ain't
He's got
come
this
this
mortgage
far,
on the
just come
table.
this far.
All of it.
All right. What do you like here, Toe?
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of alluding to that in the last, I was going to
Yeah.
jam River as a bluff. I'm certainly going to jam with effective nuts. Yeah, I'm all in here. There's no question. And I think a lot of what he floats with has aces in it, right? Ace 9, and then we were talking about before, like ace 2 and ace 4, ace 5 and ace 3. Yeah.
I mean, people say a good player is folding it, and even a good player is going to make a mistake here a percentage of the time and call off with an ace. We don't know if he's playing, how long he's been playing, if they're tired, if they're not playing well. I would tend to jam. I think in some guys at some frequency can't fold an ace and he rolls it off. Thinking we can have a 2-pair, a set, or a missed spade draw. They kind of just turn our hand into a bluff trying to represent a 6.
Yeah, I was going to kind of say that. If I had some weird spade draw here, I would play it the same way and then definitely jam River as well. So, yeah, absolutely.
You see anything different here, Brian? Would you be jamming, or would you think a good rag at your stakes would never call here with an ace? In a spot like this?
It depends what ace they have. If they have the spades blockers, then no, they probably wouldn't call. But if they don't have any spades, I can see a good reg calling here in this situation because there's more bluffs in your range now. So it depends what blockers the opponent has. But to answer your question, I'd probably be going all in here as well.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, that's a very good point. Somebody didn't think about, if he has the ace of spades, he's probably he doesn't have as many bluffs in his range now, or especially if he has ace 8 of spades or something like that, he's probably always folding.
Yeah, because he blocks, yeah.
The
straights too.
Yep. Ace 7 of spades.
Yeah.
Done. But all right, let's jam. Mike Cash was jamming, and let's do it.
Jam.
Obviously, we river a really good hand. We're just deciding how we want to proceed. And I think it's a pretty clear go all in. Our range is going to be really polarized betting here for a 6 or better. And most of our bluffs are going to want to be an ace to fold out chops. And basically we have so much 6x because, like I said before, we check raise a lot of cards, combinations 8 and lower here with gut shots and stuff. So we end up with a lot more 6x than our opponent. Hands like ace-6 with the ace of spades, for example, or we show up with 3-6 of diamonds here, we could check raise on the flop. We show up with 5-6 of diamonds. Our opponent could have 5-6 of diamonds. That would make sense. But like the 3-6 of diamonds or the ace of spades 6, our opponent might not have. We show up with a lot of hands here. And so we just want to polarize our range. And when you have a perfectly polar range, you want to bet the maximum amount so that your bluffs gain the most EV, so you can bluff the most. So by shoving here, we can shove lots of aces, lots of 6s, and he has to start folding some ace X here on the river and only call with a 6. And we just gain a lot of equity with our bluffs. And so, yep, I think we should shove here. Don't think we should check. I don't expect him to bet an ace. And I don't, he shouldn't raise an ace if we bet small here. So the large size should be used, and we get called and don't see his hand. So, yeah, I
Get paid.
check raising here, and we got a really good run out.
Get paid. SIU Ranger says, I might bet 105 and let rejam the ace, and then Penny brought up a good point. Like, he's always just going to call with an ace. He's never going to raise. So you just lose a little bit of value there.
Yeah, we missed. I mean, we just overbet, got called for a shitload. I mean, we just doubled up. That's massive, So.
Did you switch it?
No, we did not. We got 38 because he missed the flop decision.
Ooh, Binkley.
That's all right, Mike Cash.
Wins the $10.
You can have him back now. You can have him back now.
I'm gonna have him back now.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I love you, Mike.
Get him out of here.
Get his ass.
That is funny as hell. We got time for another one.
Yes, sir. And I think it's back to Brian's turn to find one.
It is. In the meantime,
right.
exclamation point poker coaching in the chat.
Let me get my man's.
Ranger, thank you for that follow as well. Marlon, thank you for the refollow. Exclamation point poker coaching in the chat for you to compete for $5, either ACR or PayPal, whatever works best for you. Binkley, hit me up. I don't remember how I sent it to you last time, so let me know how you want it, brother.
I'm gonna try to find another Matt Affleck one since we play on WSOP.
Trying to get that read.
He's scouting. He's trying to get that.
Binkley, looks like he did PayPal. If you want PayPal, I can do it the same way. No problem. I see your email address.
We didn't do 893.
893 is the quiz. Does Matt play? You said you play a lot with him. He plays a lot of cash on WSP.
Yeah, he does. I believe he does. I haven't. I kind of play a little higher than he does, so I'm not sure if he still does. But at one point, we did battle for a bit.
Nice. Yeah, we were saying this before, where I put the thumbnail to promote this in the chat, and our buddy Justin's like, "Oh, I play basketball with that cat," and Six is like, "Yeah, I'm gonna look him up," and he's like, "Oh yeah, Justin was saying I dumped at least $5K to him playing 2-5 on WSOP."
So funny.
Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, and I know Matt plays a lot of cash too, but that fucker's all because we play on all the same 4 sites because he's neighbors with me and Penny. So, yeah, he's at every damn tournament table, especially on the smaller sites that I'm on.
Oh, wow.
That sucker. I had like 800 bigs 5 minutes into the $33 tournament yesterday on ACR 6s. And he's like, he was looking and he's like, oh, look, Toe's 4x this stack. I sure hope I'm at Toe's table. And I was like, what the hell, Matt? Like,
calling you out. That's so funny.
I got a big stack, and so you want to? I'm the fish. What's going on there?
Yeah.
Used to play him 3-5 with Affleck all the time when he lived up in Seattle. Really beats. Back when he was studying with the Sasinato. Back in his early days. All right, guys. We got 21 eligible people. You ready to draw?
In chat. Yep. And I just put Brian's Twitter link in chat. So make sure to give him a follow, especially if you're interested in some cash game coaching as well. So yeah, there's his link. Follow.
Cool.
And yeah, go ahead. I am ready to get in there.
Oh, it was D-Trip, but he already went once. Do we let him double up or do we roll again? We never decided.
Poker coaching.
Do we decide how that works? Does he get another shot at it?
It's your show over there. I mean, you can let him run twice.
All right, we'll let you run twice, D-Trip.
Yeah.
He failed last time anyways. This is redemption shot.
All right, we are. Oh, there he is. Mark's back in the mix.
Teacher said he'd rather give it up. All right, cool. So we'll roll again.
Right.
Cap, you're the man, buddy.
Cool. 893 it is.
893. Cap, let me know you're out here. I know you're out here. You've been talking. So you are the man of the hour. Ready to roll it?
Yes.
All
Let's
right,
do it.
All right, in this hand we have
Ready,
6-5 of diamonds in the big blind. The playing online 6-max, 1-2. The button's going to make it $5. This is a good regular on the button. The label's not there. Fold Swiss in the big blind. We have 6-5 of diamonds. Should we fold, call, or re-raise to 25?
All right, here we go. Good regular on the button. He's playing
This is like the last
WSOP.
one.
He's playing 1-2. He's got Penny on the button here. What should you do? Let me know. Same as before.
Shit.
Matt's calling.
Why is it?
Calling for Keo. Calling for Fuzzy. Calling for D-Trip. Re-raise to 25 with the suited one gapper says beats. Ooh, Jeff in the same category. Now we re-raise. Tina's re-raising. If it's Penny, easy fold, says Jeff. Rangers raising. I forget who our winner was. Oh, Cap.
What are you doing here, Mark? Mark is going 25.
Capo, what are you doing? What are you doing? I don't see you out there.
3-bet. Fresh Matt says, all right.
Cap raising, Mendo raising. D-Chip, do we want to bloat the pot out of position? Savage
Where
Ginger
people-
raising. Mayor for Poker calling. Same as last time, and we're suited. So Marlin's flatting.
You got your answer in there?
For Capo,
Oh, downer verse with
which
the
I
2
might
times.
have to redraw. Capo, you got 10 seconds, buddy.
All right.
Nick, smooth. Call. Rad Dad call. 2, 1.
Downer verse. Thank you, buddy.
We're
Well,
redrawing,
appreciate
Capo.
the 2
You missed
times.
it. Gil is the man, and I believe Gil already replied. Raising the good reg, says Gil. Cool.
Mark, what did you say you were doing? Oh, Mark's going 25. So, yeah, I mean, if you were paying attention to class last time, were you actually paying attention in class or
Listening.
fucking around, checking out Twitter or something on the side? Because you just said we can use this as a 3-bet in the last quiz, and we can do it again. I mean, I think we 3-bet here this time.
Yep.
Obviously, call's going to be probably very close, but I think we can re-raise here. In most of my chat, we had a few calls, but raised to 25. Displace is only calling GTO, baby. But yeah, I'm going 25 this time.
Tina, typical woman, Tina. Sucker for diamonds. She loves the suited diamonds. All women are suckers for diamonds.
All right, Penny, you sticking to your guns from the last time and using this one as a 3-bet?
Yeah, we're 3-betting here to stay balanced from our 3-bet range so we can represent a lot of boards, whether they're all Broadway boards or low connected. So this is a 3-bet for me.
Yep, we got a lot of coverage with this hand. Our 3-bet range is going to include a lot of the stronger high card Broadway hands and obviously overpair. But now we have some protection when the board comes all low. We're actually going to be able to represent those boards because we have the hand in our range. So it's very nice.
Well,
all right, well, 25 it is. Mark was going 25. Let's do it.
Oh, wait, real quick. Tina is rolling in the house. Let me know, because I just remembered our conversation from yesterday. All right, raise the 20. Oh, what did Gil say? I forget. Let me scroll up real quick. Gil said, raise the good rag. Cool. We're good.
All right, let's do it.
So both options are perfectly fine. I think it's perfectly fine to re-raise 3-bet the 6-5 of diamonds. It's also perfectly fine to just call. Anything but folding here is just fine. Here we just call. The flop comes ace-5 deuce. We check. We're never going to lead into the button raiser, and the button checks back. Turn is the 10 of diamonds. Should we check, bet 4, or bet 9?
All right, guys. He 3-bet. We get called. It checked on the flop. And we pick up a diamond, guys. What's the plan? Oh no, Roland's sick in bed, Tina. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope he feels better.
What's up, Ellen Degenerate? Yeah, they're having a discussion on why using this hand is a 3-bet when we can get 4-bet off of it and not realize the equity. Is being discussed in chat. And we kind of already discussed this because we can have a nice balanced check 3-bet range, and this is going to give us a lot of coverage as well. So what are you guys doing here? Dunner's just checking. Ooh, Station's favorite going with the check and then check raise if he bets the turn.
I got a lot of stuff going on here. Marlon's betting 9, Matt's betting 4, Mendo's betting 9, Ranger's betting 4. There's a check call. 9, 4, 9, 4, 9, 4, 9, 4, 9, 4. A bunch of 9 4s and a handful of checks.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm trying to think about what I would do. Mike Bob, thank you for the follow.
All these cash game quizzes today scrambled our brain.
Well, it's good.
Doing
it
really
it's
is.
good to get out of your comfort zone. And it's also good for the tournament players because we don't play 100 bigs deep very much. And it's a different strategy than 30 blinds where we're all super used to being comfortable. So
I know I used to do that cash game stream where I would commentate on cash game for 5-6 hours at a time.
Do you know if that's
guys
ever
playing
coming back, or is
2-5s.
it kind of up in the air with all this craziness?
It's kind of it's kind of up in the air with craziness. Probably not, but it was a good experience, and I got to watch and commentate and work with some cash game players. So learning a lot doing that, and I kind of missed that and learned a lot.
No more Roro.
No more, Roro.
She was my hero.
Oh, so funny. I missed that. All right. Where were you doing here, Mark? Huffy runs so good.
I think I would probably be checking in game here myself too. Trying to realize.
So you would just check call turn and then check hope to get paid on river?
Check call turn, check eval river. I think is where I would go. If you told me that you were going to bet, I could probably be convinced to go bet. I mean, am I going bet though? I think I'm check calling. Because I'm not going bet. That seems weird on this board. I mean, I'm obviously going bet if a diamond comes, but here when we check full up, we don't have a lot of ace-x, and so yeah, I think I'm checking. Check calling.
I'm only betting.
Yep.
We could have the best hand when he checks. We get to charge some of his gut shots. We can improve to a 5, a 6, or a diamond, and then we can dictate how much value we can get. So I'm probably betting getting some hands that have equity, deny equity, versus some king high, queen highs that he might check here. I would expect a lot of his ace X to bet for protection and value on a board like this. And yeah, I would be betting here personally.
Marlon's going 30 here. I think that's fair beats.
Yeah, I like betting 18 here too. 18 into 11. Okay, killer. When you betting 4 poker rules. Yeah, I think maybe just going 4, but maybe just 9. It's tough to say. What do you like here, Brian? Would you check to realize, or you like a bet?
In this situation, given the options of $4 or $9, I would go with a check. But I think I just heard you say Killa said he'd bet 18. And that is one way that we go too, where we're now turning our hand to a bluff, and we have a lot of equity. If we hit another 5 or a 6 or a diamond, we're kind of turning our hand to a bluff. So it could go either way, but I'd lean towards a check given our options. But $18 is a route as well.
Because I mean, even when we check here, we have enough equity to call any size bet personally, and then we can always get there. We're never really behind, and he could just turn some of those king highs and stuff into a bluff when we check twice. So, that does make a lot of sense.
And plus,
I probably would always bet here.
Yeah, and we're checking we're checking 100% of our range here after we 3-bet pre, because this really hits his range more than ours. He has all the sets, all deuces, all the 5s. He has ace deuce. But when he checks back now, he doesn't have those hands anymore. So that's why I can see going the $18 route here, because we also have pocket 10s in our range. We have the aces, of course. We do have an ace-5.
This was called pre-flop. He didn't 3-bet.
He liked
Oh.
3-betting, but
He liked 3-bet. Yeah, in game he went call, and then he checked back. The flop went check. So he called the raise, and the flop went check.
Wow,
So,
I just completely missed this. You guys are probably like, what is he talking about? I am checking here then.
He's just checking here then.
Yeah.
Just checking back. Yeah. I like it. I mean, I would have bet, but I like the thought that we can call any raise. And then if we do miss rivers after we bet on turn, we're going to have a lot of questions. Like some hands are just going to have very easy hero calls, right? You know, a 10x might just have a super easy hero call on some rivers, unless we start turning our hand into an overbet bluff. But yeah, what were you doing here, Mark? Did you just give up and Mark's checking? Okay. All right, Mark's checking.
Gil is checking too.
All right, let's do it.
I can see a case being made for all the options here.
I like it.
But I think checking is the best option with this particular combo, the 6-5 of diamonds, and that's so we just have some flushes in our check call range. Most of our flush draws are going to want to lead this turn because they don't have showdown value, and they want to fold out hands like pocket 6s, 7s, 8s, etc. And while this hand will fold out some better hands, it also just gives us some flushes, you know, helps balance our range, so we have flushes both in our leading range and our check calling range. And so the pair in the flush draw here tends to do really well. Our opponent's never going to fold an ace, he's never going to fold a 10, probably isn't going to fold pocket 7s even to a bet, so we don't fold out. We're just folding out hands like, you know, 8, 7 of clubs, and if the 8 of diamonds rolls off, maybe we get a street of value from a sticky player. So just checking with this hand, I think, is going to be the best option, which we do. And our opponent bets $8. Should we fold, call, raise to 28, or go all in?
Oh, so funny. Oh, baby. What do you guys like here?
I was just thinking, like, that's a lot. Cool. JM is calling for Mendo. Calling for Smooth, calling for Mike Cash. D-Trip calling, kept calling, call, Ranger calling.
Ooh, Station 3, Nettie's going 28.
Ooh, Tina's raising.
Calls.
Going 28.
Beast. Oh,
Gil said he was going to check call. He's sticking to it.
Tina likes her diamonds. What's up, Hits?
Tina does like her diamonds. She said it. Nick going 28.
Yeah. I mean, well, we'll just let these guys answer. Mark, what are you doing here? Did you say, let me check. I 3-bet here. Whoa.
Go all in, run it 5 times is John's plan.
Out of control, Ellen. What does shove say? What does a shove say? I mean, it's hard to. It's
set. Ace 10.
Yeah, I mean, we 3-4 or something that we just defended with, and now we want to check jam it. Shove says fold. We have some kind of combo draw. Mark is calling. So we got Mark calling.
Live by the sword, die by the sword there, Tina.
Yeah, me, I mean, personally, did your guy answer?
Did.
Check. All right, yeah, we're calling. I'm just calling. By check raising, he can come back over the top. We reopen the action. And if he ever did have some weird slow play or some very strong hand, we can get close out of this. Equity. And then if we does call our check raise and the river just blanks, we're in just a horrible, questionable spot where turn our hand into a bluff and get snapped off by something. So personally, I'm probably just going to just call here.
Yeah, I mean, my first thought was like, we want to keep things easy, right? So let's keep things easy.
It's really, it gets real
draw. Let's not raise this and get re-raised or get all crazy. I'm just calling. Easy game.
Calling as well, Brian?
Yeah, I call here as well. I think we have better hands in check raise here with more equity, like 5-4 suited or deuce 4 suited or deuce 3 suited. I think those are better hands to check raise.
Yep.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, calling.
Ready?
Yep.
Just going to go with the original plan here and check call. We shouldn't be raising much against this polar bet. Our opponent's pretty much repping like a weak ace that he checked back or a strong draw. He's not really betting a hand like 10-9 like this. He could be repping a hand maybe like 10-5 suited that he raised on the button. Pocket 10s would be viable. Ace 10 with no spade that he checked back. All these hands are perfectly viable, and our hand is just a really easy check call here. Which we do. The river is the 3 of hearts. Should we check, bet 9, bet 18, or bet 27?
Leading into this fool or what, guys? What are y'all doing?
Anybody just leading, turning this shit into a bluff? What do we think? From Biloxi to Michigan says X-Fold. This place is checking. Check.
Check fold,
Michigan.
check fold, check fold. Hey, Matt Affleck in the chat. He says, whoa, I hear my voice. What's up, Matt? Good morning, buddy. Good to see you, brother.
There he is. What's up, Matt? Good to see you, bud.
Check. Check fold says smooth. Check raise says D-trip. What? Interesting.
Getting nasty.
Nick says we lose.
We have some 4s, 5-4s, fresh Matt. So you saying you want to make a play here, Matt, and just pop the shit? What are you thinking?
Matt, what would you do here? Jeff's trying to get a spoiler from the man himself.
Mark, Mark already said what he's doing.
Check. Did I get one from Gil? Gil's checking, yes.
Yeah, Mark is checking as well.
I think that's an
Fresh
interesting
Matt's
statement,
18.
Marlon. I can see a overbet small here. So you want to overbet, but it's a small overbet instead of a
125%.
Oh, so I guess you mean
101%.
18 instead of 27. I see what you're saying.
No, it's 18. Oh, okay. I see $18 in the 27.
Oh, in the 27. I was looking at
18
blinds.
bids.
So there is no overbet here, Marlon. Sorry.
Yeah, it's only potting it.
Yeah.
Big J is just jamming this shit.
John
Okay.
betting 18.
187 in the 27. I like it.
187 and 27. I mean,
That's what somebody's just ripping it.
go some balls, sixes. What's wrong with you?
I mean, you know.
No
5x spot
fear.
jams. Man
Gil
up.
checking. I'm checking too. I think it's a weird thing to lead out here. We do have more 4s. I just never do it. I'm always checking here.
The problem is there's just too many draws. I mean, outside of a 4, there's 2 missed flush draws as well. And I do think if we are going to bet, we'd have to fucking just polarize and pot the shit. If so, it's either check or 27. I don't know if these 18 or 9 does a damn thing here. So, yeah, I'm probably just leaning towards team check.
Affleck says, Penny's laughing at all the times he owned me. Penny, you have a reputation, man. This is the second guy I've talked to in the last 3 days. It's like, yeah, I've dumped X amount of dollars to that guy.
Yeah.
Good thing.
Yeah, guys.
We don't bring you schlubs here on the poker coaching stream. We only bring you killers, guys.
I'm sure I've done the same.
My cash dropping bits. Thank you, buddy. Are you calling? You said you're calling. Sixes.
I'm checking.
Checking. That's what I meant.
Yep. How about yourself, Brian? You turning this into a bluff at all? Does any of these options make sense to you?
I think I'm checking here. And I think sometimes we have the best hand here as well. A lot of king queen, king jack, queen jack miss here, and actually he has some diamonds. He's probably betting most of his diamonds on the flop, but sometimes we're good here. I'd lean to a check.
Okay. And if you, yeah, I agree. We can just be good here sometimes, and he's not always just going to be able to just turn his entire range into a bluff. Maybe he just gives up with some of those king queen, king jack combos and stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, I think we just check here. All right, let's do it.
Everyone checking. Let's see if Matt's in with us.
I think our hand is just too strong here to turn into a bluff, and I think we should just check here. Our opponent should really never have a 4, so we're definitely going to have a leading range on this river, but I don't think our particular hand needs to be raising here at all. I don't think our blockers are too relevant, And I think we can definitely win at showdown against like king, queen, king, jack, queen, jack type of hands. So I think we just check. If we are going to lead here, I think we can lead pretty polar for like full pot to polarize our range to like a straight or better. We do check, and our opponent bets 21. Should we fold, call, raise to 65, or go all in?
Interesting question. If we had a 4, will we check that as well to let him bluff rivers? What do you guys think? What do you think, Brian?
I don't. We don't have many 4s here. I think if we have a 4 here, we're going to be check raising the flop a lot because we have the 4-3 blockers, and he doesn't have that because he's capped and didn't bet the flop. So we don't have too many 4s here. So I guess, like I said, we'd be check raising the turn because he did check the flop. So
there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
Olin says fold. I'm a nit. Fold for Jeff. He's a nit too. Bruce is nitty. D-Chip not scared. He says the old jam. He's repping it. Fold, 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 fold.
Fold. Call
Gil, I don't see you out there. He's still thinking about it.
Man, jam this shit in. We are never
Scotland.
scared of anything. Big J is too rich to care and is just check jamming.
What happened pre-flop and turn here? Before the
Pre-flop,
flop, it
it's
was
5.
opened. You liked a 3-bet, but in-game you called Matt. And then you check back the flop. You check flop, he check flop. He led turn, and you flatted. I forget what the turn size was. It was roughly half pot-ish, I think. And here we are. We check river and facing a bet.
Fold, not enough in there, Mark says.
Smooth is bluff catching.
Got
C-Star is not scared. He says call all day. Easy
Mike
call for
Cash.
C-Stars. Easy.
Damn, just snapping that shit in there. I'm not sure.
Kept station.
Probably
He's
would just
calling.
tend to
Gil's
fold.
Folding. Our 6 blocks is bluffs. I think he's betting for value. Marlon is jamming all day long because he's the machine gun. Matt probably calls, but I would fold.
Raised to the next that turn. Villain can't call a shove. If he has 4, he can. But that's about it, right? Ace 4, he can stab in his range. He might check here. That would make some sense. He uses a big bet sizing as well. I mean, I might just tend to be a little nitty in his spot and fold, but can we actually just check? We're blocking some of his. Oh, man, I don't know. I probably just tend to fold, but maybe this is where my not having enough experience in cash games kind of plays a factor. I'm probably just folding here a lot. What are you thinking here, Toe? Just folding? Did you say?
I think I over hero here a lot, but should be folding.
Mark's folding.
I agree. I think I hero call here because it's hard for him to have a 4 here besides pocket 4s, and he could have ace 4, but
like
sometimes he'll be betting those flops to deny equity to random jack 10 or 8-7 or stuff like that. So I tend to hero call here because he doesn't have many 4s in his range. And the only sizing I think he'd go here with is pocket 10s. So
it's kind of polarizing, right? Yeah, like a 4 pocket 10s is enough of his ace X are betting the flop. Enough of his ace X are betting for value and protection on this board. So by checking, he might feel compelled to go bet with all of his bluffs as well. So yeah, you guys make good points.
Any ace X does beat us, Julius, but I feel like most ace X's bet the flop in position, and he checked back. So I think he's got very little ace, and he's got a 10 or nothing, which is why I tend to over hero here a lot.
I talk myself into calling, and I'm wrong, and I have an ace a lot.
And I think his sizing really tells a lot now that he doesn't have just a random ace X. He's not going with that sizing for value with like ace king, ace queen. If he doesn't even bet the flop, so that's what helps me lean towards just the call because I think we're about wrong half the time, but I think it's a good spot to call.
I like it. Damn, that's what I'm talking about. That's why we got him out here. I like that. Very good points. Very good points. Damn,
That'd
be a nit and fold
What's your
there.
boy doing?
He was folding as well.
Damn, I keep catching a glimpse of my quarantine afro in this damn thing as I turn.
The mullet.
It's not the mullet. This is the front of the hair pulled back. Like I got some long ass hair right now, man. Woo-wee. We need Supercuts to open stat. All right, cool. Gil's folding. We're ready to go.
All right, we're folding here as well. So it's going to be a tie that we RNG. So let's do it.
Fold. Yeah.
I think our hand is a pretty easy fold here. I think this is a very, very under bluff spot in general. And also, the 6 of diamonds is not a very good card to have here because a lot of his bluffs are going to come from like 6x hands. So we're blocking a hand like king 6 of diamonds or king 6, queen 6, jack 6. Those types of hands that block our strongest straights. He's gonna be bluffing with a low card, so he's gonna have a card between like 6 and 9 in his range to when he's bluffing here, and I think the 6 is gonna block a lot of bluffs here, and so I don't think we should be raising here much because we lead a lot of our 4x, and just folding here I think is gonna be the best option most versus almost all opponents. Which we do, and I'm fine with how that hand played.
All right,
WP.
You switched it, yeah?
Yeah, we switched that shit.
So
Let's go.
All right, random number generator.
Ruh-roh, Shaggy. Poker on my mind. Thank you for that follow, buddy. And Disco Rage as well. Appreciate the support, guys. You guys are awesome.
Are you 2 again? 6s? You're always 2.
Let's take it.
Take it 2.
Mark. Come on, baby.
Roll it. We win 1.
Boom.
Gil. My man. Hit me up. Let me know. That reminds me. I don't think I ever got you from that first quiz. I know you were tuning in all the way from Scotland, but I'm pretty sure PayPal reaches Scotland, buddy. So let me know how to get you your money, brother. Appreciate it. This was a good one, guys.
Yeah, this is a good session. Oh, man. They're on.
And we did all cash game quizzes, too. That's like a rarity for us.
That's the first time I've never done all cash like that. I felt like I learned a shitload today because we don't get to, have such a good cash game grinder get to pick his brain in a lot of these spots. And I think it was awesome. Yeah. And it goes to show, like, a lot of these spots in cash games seems like we can just gain so much by having any kind of info on our villains, right? Especially in these live spots. It just would make the decision so much cleaner, but yeah, I think it was good.
Yeah, it was real good, and I was way out of my limit. I got a chunk of these wrong because I stink at cash games. I'm really bad, and so like I'm just gonna donk off all my chips till, like I said, till I get to 40, 50 bigs, and then life is good. That's how I roll. So yeah, this is really interesting. I learned a lot too because of that. Because 100 bigs and plus is not my comfort zone, and it was really entertaining and really eye opening. Man, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me on. I really enjoyed this a lot. It gets the brain thinking for sure, and especially if you guys play tournaments and it's a different way of thinking.
Yes.
So, yeah.
It's really eye-opening too, like how much different it is. Like there's a serious strategy difference, and if you specialize at one or the other, you're probably going to struggle at the whichever one you don't study. So it's really interesting.
Exactly.
A lot of nuance. Yeah. Cool. That is a wrap, guys. Exclamation point PC in my chat. Exclamation point PC in Six's chat. This is the pokercoaching.com website ran by the one and only Jonathan Little with all-star coaches like my man Matt Affleck, who is in the chat. Me, Crazy Sixes creates content on there. Tristan Wade, Lex Gavin, Sassionato, Jonathan Jaffe, Acevedo, James Romero, did I say Tristan Wade? All the people. There's tons of coaches. Faraz Jaka. So make sure you check that out. Sign up for free. For free, you get 20 free quizzes, big blind charts, and some homeworks. And if you're missing out on the free stuff, I don't know why you would. It's just easy ways to get better for nothing. And if you sign up for premium, there's even more content, staking opportunities. You can watch Matt play live on stream for a private stream. Yeah, he may have been a little scarred from yesterday. We'll see if he does that again. But he also has a webinar every Wednesday, along with all the other coaches who have lots of webinars too. They are invaluable. It's great value for your money. So check that out. For the tier 2 and tier 3 subs of my channel, we will be doing subby study group. That'll kick off, let's say like 5 minutes or so. So I got a chance to run to the bathroom, kiss the wife, get freshened up, and hit it again. And then I'll be back on the Poker Flops channel, exclamation point Poker Flops in my chat. You can follow them at Poker Flops on Instagram. They were so kind to get me into, they gave me $500. So we're doing 10 $50 spins on ACR, trying to get that milli. And from there, we'll just run some tournaments and keep it going. So tune in on the Team Poker Flops channel as well. And that's it. Back for Big Sunday, Monday home game on ACR. You can see a lot of me. Sixes, what you got going on?
I'm about to actually go hang out on the lake in a boat right now. I'm about to literally go drive an hour, hang out. But I'm be back tomorrow and play a massive session. Bunch of, the big Sunday majors on all the sites. And probably grind 4 days and 5 days in a row again. Bunch of hours. But yeah, I just want to thank Brian again. It was actually nice to talk to you about it. I heard a lot of good things. And next time I'm in Vegas, we'll play some basketball. We'll have to go hoop, man. So it'll be a good time, and we'll hang out, buddy, man. Thank you again.
Definitely. Thanks, guys, for having me on, and good luck with the grind this summer. And really enjoy what you guys are doing here. It's awesome.
Thank you, buddy. It was great having you, man. Hopefully we can hang out at a barbecue sometime soon in the neighborhood.
Yeah, definitely. I think Tony will be back in 2 weeks.
Cool.
So I think he'll set something up.
We'll figure it out. Tina says tier 2 or tier 3. Yeah, when you sub, Tina, the basic sub is $5. Then there's a tier 2 sub that is $10, and I believe the tier 3 sub is $25. Tier 2 and tier 3 get a bonus once a month 2-hour study session with me, which is happening right after this. So there you go.
One last thing, make sure to give Brian a follow on Twitter again if you're interested in any cash game coaching. I got a link right there. Or if you just want to follow him, and he's cool as hell. He's obviously a crusher, will be in the game for a long time, and worth the follow, man.
Cool. I appreciate you guys. Oh, another thing too, I record all of these. So if you missed the beginning of this or any of the ones we've ever done in the past with any of our special guests, we've had a lot of awesome ones. Penny, last week we had Game of Edges. A few weeks before that we had Greg Raymer. We had Jesse Sylvia, second place in the main event. We've had Matt Affleck. We've had Evan Jarvis. We've had a lot of these coaches you've seen. And we have a lot more coming down the road. So if you want to catch any of those, exclamation point YouTube in the chat. And you can check any of those out. This one will be up shortly. And that's it. Who do you want to throw the host to? Sixes?
That's what I was just looking into who we got out there on the streets. Let's figure that out real quick, and then we'll drop it.
Went live. I don't know who's on there.
Kind of doesn't matter, right? We can just throw it. Oh, I don't see him live anymore, though.
Am I tripping?
Yep.
Poker. Yep.
You tripping?
Yeah, I saw an alert. I guess I'm wrong. So anybody look good?
We got somebody different. I mean, JM Curly. We got Casper. Let's see.
We did Casper. We did Evan last time. We are very unprepared for the host here.
Always.
Thank
you for the follow, Penny. Oh yeah, my dude.
I'm cool with Curly. I don't think I've ever thrown him a host before. And he's about to get 75 people.
Oh, wait a minute. Grips is. Grips
you want
is.
To go to Evan?
Yeah, Evan's going. We got to give it to Evan. Yeah.
Cool. We'll keep it with the
pokercoaching.com. Yep.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back every Saturday, next Saturday, noon Eastern. And that's it. Peace.
Peace out, guys. Take care. 1 second.